Hi, I'm Martin Williams.
I'm Russell Price, and we
are the Herefordshire Monitor Farmers.
I'm Russell Price. I farm on the Hereford-Worcester border at Castle Froome. That is our main yard, but I actually live not far away from Martin, just the other side of the river, at a little small 100-acre farm at Carey. My father and mother moved there in 1961. It was a mixed farm, able to support a family of 4. I then got into contract work and developed a contracting business based on potato production. We then went on to look at farming some land ourselves, and now the business has grown into being a particularly diverse business, I guess. We also do contract work, potato growing, crop protection work, and machinery sales.
I'm Martin Williams, and I live in Farnhope in Herefordshire. Tump Farm was a farm that my grandfather came to in 1929 as a tenant from mid-Wales, along with a lot of Herefordshire farmers. It was a mixed farm. We were beef, sheep and arable crops at home. It's around 400 acres. Since then we've added a little bit to it to get up to around the 500. The farm runs down to the River Wye. We're surrounded by it in a horseshoe of the river. We grow a mix of fairly basic things really: wheat, barley, oats, peas, beans, oilseed rape. Nothing very elaborate, nothing very exciting, but it's what we do and it seems to work for us. As well as the home farm, we take on tenanted land off-site. We've also entered into a joint venture with a local farmer on another 700 acres, which is in its infancy, but seems to be quite an attractive thing to do. When farmers can collaborate and join together, it just seems to work quite nicely for both parties.
We are prepared, Martin and myself, to stand up there and bare our souls and bare our business. And I welcome people to come along and tell us what's the good, the bad and the ugly. I haven't been massively involved in the Monitor Farm concept, but I have looked over the fence, and what's really inspired me is the people that have been involved have been infused by the ability to talk to like-minded farmers, have the access to the AHDB knowledge pool, of which I'm very impressed of the calibre of people that they have available to come and talk to the group. We do need to work together more, and having stuff on a more local level, I think, encourages people to come along. If you can engage people and they can take something home, and that's always the thing. There needs to be something that you can take home, something you learned, and if that continues to happen, people will still come along.
I think if you come along to our meetings, hopefully we'll make them exciting, hopefully they'll be interactive, and you'll take away something that's of value to your farm. Over the past 15 years, we've tried to incorporate more and more organic matter into our rotation. We are a min-till farm. We have a plough. We use it occasionally if we need to rectify something or to level something, but generally we use min-till. So we're incorporating trash, we're incorporating muck. Precision technology we've used quite extensively. Actually, we're finding our customers have gone away from it a little bit. We also have lost a little bit of interest in it, having used it quite hard for a few years.
We've sort of sat on the fence with regard to precision technology. I always try and ask myself the question, where's my saving? What's in it for me? We have invested heavily in auto steer technology, which I can see is a huge benefit, but trying to get the integration of all the other systems to work together is a massive challenge. Our biggest challenge really is blackgrass, as I'm sure is most arable farmers' challenge that are on heavy land. We also have issues with resistant ryegrass and brome. The industry's got some massive challenges over the next 3 years, and I think Martin and myself are very fortunate to be the monitor farms for this area for that period of time. We need to, as an industry, to work together better, and hopefully our monitor farm period will enable local farmers to get together, share their concerns, share their knowledge, and hopefully we will come out fitter at the end of it.
I think we've got a time of change. We've had 40 years of stability, and so moving forward, it's managing what we do in that change.
The only control we have at the moment is over our fixed costs. We have no influence over our sale price. We live and work in a supply and demand market, so we have to be aware of what our market's doing. Labour is one of the massive issues within my business. I mean, our job is only as good as the man sat on the seat doing the work at the coalface, and we have a great core staff of people that are on full-time employment that are the backbone of the business. But we do have a massive requirement for short-term quality staff, and there is a massive gap in the market to try and find those people at the moment. There is a shortage of training to provide good staff for the future.
Staffing is the key to any business, really. Staff retention, staff motivation, staff longevity are all very important to business when you need that continuity. We obviously work long hours, we work seasonal hours, and it makes it very difficult for someone with children or with lack of motivation to carry out the jobs necessary, especially when it is quite so technical.
Conversely, I think that agriculture is a fantastic industry to work in. I know it's long hours, I know we battle the elements, but I think it's fantastic that Mother Nature is our business partner and the countryside's our office.
As a business, subsequent to having bought the farm in 08, 09, we're finding that we're fairly highly geared and a young business, even though the farm's been here and been run by the family since the early 1930s. We're finding ourselves running to stand still as a business because we are really a first generation owner occupier.
Another challenge to our business is our gearing. We are a fairly young business on the basis that we started out, set out on my own path from a 100-acre farm, so which is obviously quite a small unit by today's standards. We rent all of our ground in. We have short-term, long-term tenancies, and that obviously means that cash is flowing out on a fairly regular basis, paying rent. Within our machinery business and contracting business, we're obviously buying lots of new equipment. Our machinery overhead is massive, and we need to evaluate whether we can justify buying new machinery to do the volume of work that we have to do. It takes some fairly close budgeting, and I think maybe some of the monitor farmers will be shocked at how much machinery we have to do the work that we have to do. So I'm obviously welcoming people's thoughts on maybe better ways that we can manage our business.
Russell and I are both looking forward to welcoming anyone from the area to come and see what we're doing, try and enthuse with us on our businesses and yours, and we're looking forward to taking the next 3 years forward with you.
We're here to bare our souls, and hopefully we'll all come out as fitter, better units at the end of it. Roll on the next 3 years.